All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number one will have Steven Seams and Ryan McDaniel on the front row. Bill Rabbits and Vern Spring on the second row. Zachary Mead and Austin Ripp on the third row. Mo Perry, Richie Joplin on the fourth. Riley Duncan and Andrew Thornton round out the field for heat number one. Here they go, off of pit road to stack up. Jason Coleman picking Andrew Thornton here tonight. John Barry picking whoever starts in fourth in the feature to win. That is oddly specific. All right, Bill Rabbits, Ryan McDaniel out front. Both these drivers had bumpy street stock races. Can they turn the night around here? Pace car dives to pit road. Here they come through 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. Heat one is underway. Man, there was something wrong there at the start. Vern Spring tried to capitalize, almost went 3 wide into 1, and almost got it. A lot of sliding up the track, 3 wide back behind, 3 wide up front, chaos up front. Wow, a lot of drivers in the wall. Vern Spring, Andrew Thornton, Ryan McDaniel, Bill Rabbit, Steven Seams all caught. Zachary Mead drives through the chaos to take the lead. Riley Duncan in second, Mo Perry in third. Mead out front just set the fastest lap so far as he tries to pull away from Riley Duncan. Mo Perry just behind in third, trying to pull up. Austin Ripp in fourth, Richie Joplin in fifth, Andrew Thornton in sixth, Vern Spring in seventh. Bill Rabbits, Ryan McDaniel, and Steven Seams have towed it in. Zachary Mead's laps continue to get faster and faster. More importantly, he is still faster than Riley Duncan. Oh, Mo Perry having a blinking issue. A little bit of a close call between Richie and Austin Ripp as they come through the front stretch. Riley Duncan has closed the gap. 2 laps to go. Can he get it done? Richie now up into fourth. Mo Perry in third. Zachary Mead, Riley Duncan battle for it. White flag is in the air. One more time around for heat one. Down through 3 and 4, and Zachary Mead looks like whoa! He does manage to pull off the win. Great run. He came through a lot of chaos to take the win here. Riley Duncan coming home in second. Mo Perry in third. On to Heat 2. Joe Lux and Dean Buck on the front row. Ed Sr. Brian Hewitt on the second row. Edmund Jones, Brandon Murphy have the third row. Tyler Clifford and Chance Maderick on the fourth. Brandon Hughes and David Lux round out the field. Joe Lux pulling over. He'll drop to the tail end. That'll give the front row to Dean Buck. Looks like Dean Buck and Brian Hewitt out front. I apologize, it is Dean Buck and Ed Sr. up front. Lights are out, they get ready for the green flag for Heat 2. Here we go. Pace car will dive to pit road. Out of turn 4 they come. Green flag is in the air. Heat 2 underway. Ed Sr. shoots out to the lead. Edmund Jones sneaks through to take second. Senior's around. Edmund to the lead. Brian Hewitt battling Dean Buck for second. Brandon Murphy, Tyler Clifford right behind. Chance Maderick looking very low into turn 1. Oh, Hewitt's around. Hewitt and Dean Buck are around. And cars are flying. Maderick involved. Tyler Clifford involved. Brandon Murphy, Chance Maderick, and Brian Hewitt all caught. And Edmund Jones has a lot of clear track ahead and behind. David Lux about 1 second back and gaining. Joe Lux now up into third. Tyler Clifford closing in. Several drivers towed it in. Starting to, after repair, starting to get back out. David Lux has already caught Edmund. Lux also has the fastest lap so far. And he's going for it. Oh, some contact in the turn. They both hold on. Joe Lux still holding on to third. Tyler Clifford less than a second back. Edmund Jones still in the lead. David Lux right there with him. Out of turn 4, 2 laps to go. The lap car ahead may be a problem. They scoop by Ed Sr. clean. Lux right on Jones's bumper. He's going to look low again through 3 and 4. And here we go. White flag. One more time around in Heat 2. David Luck still staying right with Edmund. Big run into 3. Couldn't make it stick. Edmund Jones wins Heat 2. Well, based on the heats we have seen so far, this feature's gonna get exciting. And it does look like we got a consolation heat tonight. Austin Ripp and Ed Sr. on the front row. Andrew Thornton, Dean Buck are on the second row. Vern Spring, Brandon Murphy on the third row. Bill Rabbits, Brandon Hughes on the fourth row. Ryan McDaniel and Brian Hewitt round out the top 10. Steven Seams and Chance Madrick round out the field. John, it very well could be a good pick. Here they come off of pit road. Austin Ripp, this will be his first time on the leading the field. Will he be able to capitalize on it? Ed Sr. had a problem coming out of turn 2 on the first lap of his heat. Hopefully he can make it stick this time. There we go. Pace car dives into pit road. Here they come through 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. They're underway for the consolation. And holy cow, Dean Buck made one heck of a run out front. Andrew Thornton already up into second, reeling in Austin Ripp. Ryan McDaniel, Steven Seams, both having problems back behind. Thornton already on the leader's bumper. Dean Buck in third as Murphy all over his bumper. And Andrew Thornton goes to the lead. Austin Ripp still in second. Brian Hewitt has had a problem. Hewitt around on the front stretch, but still rolling. Andrew Thornton just set the fastest lap so far. And Brandon Hughes just beat it back in sixth. Hughes already up a couple of spots to sixth place. Oh, he dives through and makes it. What a move by Hughes. Let's ride along with Hughes as they head off into 3 and 4. The two cars bump ahead, and he just goes through never lifted. What a move. Andrew Thornton still in the lead. Dean Buck is towed to pit road. Chance Maderick did not grid. Andrew Thornton now has a 1.5 second lead over Austin. Brandon Murphy in third. Brandon Hughes up to fourth. Hughes is closing in on Brandon Murphy. It'll be Brandon versus Brandon if he gets there. Andrew Thornton's just out for a cruise. Now an almost 2 second lead over Austin Ripp. Vern Spring holds on to fifth. Ed Sr. in sixth. Bill Rabbits in seventh as we get the white flag. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Andrew Thornton avoids the chaos and wins the consolation race. Austin Ripp coming home in second. Brandon Murphy in third. Brandon Hughes, what a run to come home in fourth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for the feature. Kyle McRecken, Martin and Jeremy Root on the front row. Zachary Meade and Edmund Jones on the second row. Riley Duncan, David Lux on the third. Mo Perry and Joe Lux on the fourth. Richie Joplin and Tyler Clifford round out the top 10. Andrew Thornton in 11th, next to Austin Ripp in 12th. Brandon Murphy in 13th. Brandon Hughes in 14th. Vern Spring in 15th. Ed Sr. in 16th. Bill Rabbits, Steven Seams, Ryan McDaniel, and Brian Hewitt round out the 20-car field here tonight. McRecken versus Jeremy Root. This is going to be quite a battle. This is quite a stacked field here tonight. And Chance Maderick, because he missed the consolation heat, is not in the feature. That is heartbreaking. Based on what we saw in the heat, this one will get a bit wild and likely a wee bit bumpy. Here we go through 3 and 4. Pace car dives to pit road. And here we go. Green flag is in the air. The feature is underway, and so is McRecken. Whoa, we've got a big wreck in 3 and 4. Several cars caught up. Wow. Definitely a bumpy start to this one. Brian Hewitt, Edmund Jones, Zachary Meade, Steven Seams, Tyler Clifford, Ed Sr. Looks like all of them caught up. See what happened here. Oh, Edmund gets a bump from behind, turns, goes up into the wall. Back behind, a lot of drivers just nowhere to go. Ended up piling into the mess. This is definitely a high-line dominant track, and wow. Looking down from the blimp, there you see just barely a bump, but it sent Edmund around, and everybody behind just can't avoid it. Edmund Jones, Joe Lux, Tyler Clifford, Ed Sr., Steven Seams, Zachary Meade, and David Lux all on pit road. Kyle Martin still has the lead. Jeremy Root in second, Riley Duncan in third, Richie Joplin in fourth. Big winner on this is that guy right there. He is up 10 spots into ninth. Brandon Hughes, also a big winner, up 7 spots into seventh. Brandon Murphy up 7 spots into 6th. Pace car dropping in. McRecken in control as they come out of turn 4. Into the zone, green flag flies. Another great start by Kyle. And Riley Duncan quickly capitalizes down to the bottom for second. Jeremy Root, Curley in third, Drifty Richie in fourth. Andrew Thornton up 6 spots into 5th, trying to fight his way forward. Oh, Hughes gets a little bit of the wall up top. Doesn't slow him down. He goes to the high side on Richie as we've got a battle for the lead. And Andrew Thornton is in trouble behind. No caution. He got out of the racing surface. See what happened to Thornton coming out of turn 4. He's way to the bottom trying to get a run. Got a little too low and a little too loose. Brian Hewitt in 10th, just set the fastest lap so far. Hewitt started in 20th, avoided the chaos. I think he actually caught a small piece of it, but it hadn't fazed him. He is on the move. Riley Duncan has gone to the lead. Oh, we've got a hard wreck back behind. It is Joe Lux. He has towed it in. We will not get a caution. There's Joe coming through 1 and 2. Oh, gets loose out of 2 and a very hard hit into the wall. O'Reilly Duncan out front. Jeremy Root, Kyle Martin right behind. Brandon Hughes now 10 spots into 4th. As it looks like Root has a run to the bottom. Lap traffic coming into play. They are side by side, inches apart. That lap car is going to be a problem. He drops all the way to the bottom, clears the battle. Root has the nose ahead as they go off into 3. Brandon Hughes has closed. Oh! Hughes gets the wall. Richie able to capitalize. Jeremy Root now clears into the lead. Riley into 2nd. McGrecken in 3rd. Brandon Hughes was right there until he kissed the wall. He is holding Richie off for the moment. Brian Hewitt has made his way up into 8th after starting in 20th. He is closing the door on Austin Ripp. Brandon Murphy up 7 spots into 6th, right behind Richie Joplin. Brandon Hughes is starting to close back up on the top 3. Mo Perry on the attack. Mo was caught up in that early incident, lost some ground. Now back up into 8th place. David Lux coming back out on track. Ed Sr. still out. Steven Seams back out. Excuse me. McGrecken takes 2nd place from Riley Duncan for the moment. That battle has allowed Hughes to get within half a second. He brings Drifty Richie and Brandon Murphy with him. A little bit of a kiss into the wall. Hughes is definitely pushing the limit. It is biting him from time to time. When you ride the outside wall and you're pushing it for all it's got, sometimes walls happen. David Lux has had a problem. He is going to pit road. There's Lux after coming off pit road, trying to get under Ed Sr., but man, what a hit. He may be done for the night. Jeremy Root still in the lead. McRecken on his bumper. Riley Duncan actually losing a little bit of ground here. Richie Joplin closing back up on him. Brandon Hughes has slipped back into 5th. Brandon Murphy right behind in 6th. Austin Ripp in 7th. Mo Perry now up to 8th. Brian Hewitt still holds on to 9th. That guy currently runs in 10th. Burn Spring right behind in 11th. Andrew Thornton, after early problems, back in 12th. Bill Babbitt's currently in 13th. Ed Sr. 14th. David Lux 15th at the moment, but he is on pit road. Steven Seams in 16th. Joe Lux in 17th. Edmund back out on track in 18th. Tyler Clifford and Zachary Meade still on pit road. McRecken right on Root's bumper, sends it deep into 3 and 4. He swings wide, Root has a run. McRecken makes it stick, and he takes the lead. Riley Duncan had lost some ground. He is starting to close back in, and he's got Richie right on his bumper. Brandon Hughes was looking fast early on. He has slipped back to 5th and is losing ground on the top 4. Andrew Thornton now up to 11th and is closing the gap on 10th place, Ryan McDaniel. Brian Hewitt just ahead in 9th. Since getting past him and taking 8th, Mo Perry is checked out. Mo closing in on Austin Ripp at the moment. And it is official, David Lux is... Wait a minute, Lux, are you coming back out? You said done for a bit, so I just want to make sure. Richie Joplin has now moved up into 3rd. Riley Duncan starting to fade a little. As a bit of a surprise. Brandon Hughes currently in 5th. Murphy in 6th. Austin Ripp in 7th. Mo Perry in 8th. Brian Hewitt in 9th. Andrew Thornton has made his way to 10th. That guy has drifted back to 11th. Ryan McDaniel and Vern Spring, the last 2 drivers on the lead lap. As Kyle is starting to get closer to lap traffic. Lap cars could be a big problem here. Steven Seams has come back to pit road, at least for a moment. Richie Joplin back in 3rd, has fought his way up to the front. He is 1.1 seconds back at the moment. And it is official, David Lux is out of the race. Little bit of a heartbreak there. David had a great run in the street stocks and was looking fast in the mods before that incident. Joe Lux is coming back out on track. McCracken has opened up a 1.5 second lead on Jeremy Root. Richie Joplin is closing on Root quickly. Richie just about half a second back at the moment. Riley Duncan, despite losing some ground here early, is keeping pace with Richie. Brandon Murphy and Brandon Hughes both having great runs tonight, both up 8 spots. Austin Rip having a good night tonight too. Rip up 5 spots into 7. Gerald, yes you can. McCracken out front by 1.4 seconds. And in clean air while Jeremy Root fights through lap traffic. Root finally clear a lap traffic. Can he make something happen? He's definitely got to step it up. Richie Joplin right behind. Riley about another second back. Brandon Hughes in 5th, Rip in 6th. Murphy has drifted back to 7th. Looked like Murphy may have gotten a wall just a couple of laps ago. They gave him a little setback. Mo Perry in 8th is close right up to Brandon Murphy. Perry has been charging all race long. Brian Hewitt back up into 9th with Andrew Thornton right on his bumper in 10th. McCracken a little squirrely out of 4 that time, and he lost some ground. Root closing back up. Have to wonder if Root gave the backed off to give the tires some time to cool off. Oh, Root gets a wall. Root still only about 0.8 of a second back and gaining. Richie Joplin about 0.7 back in 3rd. Riley Duncan has lost touch with the top 3. Mo Perry back in 8th as Murphy just ahead. Murphy, Rip, and Hughes just ahead, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Mo is definitely fast coming through the field to get to this position. Does the car have enough left to get past him? Tyler Clifford is back out on track. Currently scored in 17th. Looks like if he stays out, he'll pick up at least 1 or 2 spots. could be huge in the points later in the season. McRecken had some breathing room for a while, but it is gone. Root has caught him. Richie Joplin back in third is reeling them both in. There are lap cars ahead that will come into play. Zachary Meade is also coming back out. Oh, he's already at a problem coming out of turn 4. He managed to hold on to it, but you have to wonder, is that car, has the team got it repaired enough for him to at least keep out of the way? That team had a lot of work to do, and they have done it quickly. We'll see how he does. And the exit of turn 4 has been a bit slippery all night long, especially down on the bottom. Root is now right on Kyle's bumper. Richie about 0.8 of a second back. Riley Duncan continues to lose ground on the top 3. He is now 2.5 seconds back. Brandon Murphy about 5 seconds back in 5th. Is actually starting to gain a little ground on Riley. Brandon Hughes currently sits in 6th, right on Murphy's bumper, as we've got a battle for the lead. Jeremy Root has reclaimed the lead on lap 62. Now can he hold on to it for another 37 laps? McRecken right on his bumper. Richie not far behind. And Root is starting to pull a gap. Brandon Murphy back in 5th, Hughes in 6th. These two have been back and forth all night. They have managed to pull a gap on 7th place, Mo Perry. Perry finally able to get past Austin Rip. Rip now in 8th. Ryan Hewitt in 9th is closing in on Rip. Andrew Thornton still lurks in 10th. Ryan McDaniel losing some ground, back behind in 11th. Still be a good points night for Ryan. Remember, this is only Jeremy Root's 3rd race. We're halfway through the season. Last week, he managed to pick up a bunch of spots, has now moved up to 16th in the points. I have a feeling after tonight is all said and done, Root's going to be a lot higher in the points. Another driver picked up a lot of points last week was McRacken. He missed a couple of early races. He is, after last week's race, he bumped up to 10th place in the points. Tina Ryan's currently running an 11, just lost the lead lap. He was caught up in a big one early on, but has kept fighting. Jeremy Root, meanwhile, out front has pulled a 1 second lead on McRacken. Richie Joplin in third. It almost got to Kyle, but it seems like he has lost some ground here. Riley Duncan still just over 3 seconds back in fourth. Brandon Hughes. Riley Duncan has come to pit road. This is unexpected. Brandon Murphy now to fourth. Brandon Hughes in fifth. Riley has to be hoping fresh tires will get him back the time he is losing. There has been a little fall off on lap times, but not a lot. Jeremy Root's fastest lap, a 20.63. Last time by, 20.97. Well, we're glad you're back, Tina. Riley Duncan ended up losing a lot of ground with that pit stop. He's now back in 13th. Jeremy Root continues to extend the lead over Kyle. Richie in third continues to drop back. And Root is in. They must have, they had enough fuel to go the distance. You're gonna wonder if this is the right strategy. Brandon Hughes is now in. Maybe they did not have enough fuel. Kyle Martin continues to turn laps. Richie Joplin back in second. Brandon Murphy now in third. Mo Berry in fourth. Austin Ripp in fifth. Now I have to wonder if these guys up front will have to make a stop. Jeremy Root falls back to 8th place. Brian Hewitt has also come to pit road and completed his stop. Jeremy Root currently in 8th place, right behind 7th place Vern Spring. Kyle Martin, meanwhile, has a 3.8 second lead over Richie Joplin. Brandon Murphy currently in 3rd, Mo Perry in 4th, Andrew Thornton now in 5th. Bill Rabbit's now coming to pit road. Brian Hewitt back in 12th. Looks like he has just completed his stop. Chance, a few of the guys, there was the early caution, and then there's a few guys that have actually come to pit road. The top 6 rather, have not pitted. And now we're wondering, do they have enough fuel to go to the end? Jeremy Root after his stop up to 7th. Riley Duncan after his stop up to 9th. Root's currently the fastest car on track, but can he get back to the lead? Yep, Chance, it does happen, buddy. If McRecken has the fuel to make it to the end, he is going to be quite happy. Jeremy Root had been pulling away, and pulling away dramatically, but with Root making a pit stop, he drops back into 7th. Harley, looking forward to it, buddy. Andrew Thornton is in from 6th. McRecken is known for being very good at fuel conservation. If they're short on fuel, he might make it. Richie now almost 10 seconds back in 2nd. Brandon Murphy in 3rd. Mo Perry now up into 4th. Austin Ripp in 5th. Jeremy Root has made his way up into 6th. Riley has made his way to 8th. Kyle's lead now over 10 seconds. But can they go the distance on fuel? Can they make it to the end? 5 to go. And a lot of close calls coming into turn 4. Mo Perry is headed in. No, I'm sorry. Mo Perry is now up into 3rd. Brandon Murphy right on his bumper. caution. Caution is out with 4 to go. We'll go to a green-white checkered and Riley Duncan involved. Riley on the bottom as he charges forward. Andrew Thornton finds him. And wow, wow, wow. McRacken is coming in. Richie Joplin choosing to stay out. That'll bring 6 cars back to the lead lap, including Brandon Murphy, Austin Rip, and Jeremy Root back in the fight. It's going to be a wild 2 laps. Richie Joplin now coming in. Mo Perry is in. Vern Spring is in. And that will put McRacken, it looks like, out front. Looks like Brandon Hughes will get the wave back onto the lead lap. That'll put 7 cars on the lead lap for the final 2 laps. Austin Rip is on pit road now. Watching as they get everybody sorted out, ready for the restart. Looks like it's going to be lights go out on the pace car. Kyle McRacken Martin and looks like Brandon Murphy on the front row. Mo Perry, Richie Joplin on the second. Jeremy Root, Brandon Hughes on the third. Austin Rip starting in 7th. Guys like Jeremy Root and Brandon Hughes have a lot of traffic between them and the leader. As here we go, green flag in the air, 2 to go. McRacken clears quickly. Mo Perry to the bottom to take 2nd. Brandon Murphy currently runs in 3rd, Richie in 4th. Root up to 5th, but still coming through traffic. White flag flies. One more time around. McRacken leads them out of 2, kiss the wall. And a battle for 3rd between Murphy and Richie. It's getting bumpy. Kyle Martin wins. Mo Perry comes home in 2nd. Richie Joplin barely pulls off 3rd. And let's talk to our top three, starting with Richie. Richie, heck of a run and heck of a comeback there at the end.
Yeah, that was an interesting finish there. I'll take a third. I mean, I'm still learning these cars. Lucked up and got a win last week because of tires. I don't know what. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be polite right now. Take a third place finish.
Well, man, you definitely worked for it, and you definitely earned it tonight, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Richie Joplin being polite. We don't have Mo Perry available to interview. So let's talk to our winner, Kyle McRecken-Martin. McRecken is back in victory lane.
Oh yeah, that was an eventful one. I don't even know what to say. We were saving a little bit of tire, saving a little gas, and guess it just worked out in our favor. Was not really looking forward to that caution with 3 to go there, but worked on this pair of boots, and we went on to win it.
I have to ask, had the caution not come out, did you have enough fuel to the end?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny if I had enough fuel, but I would have made it somewhere on the final lap. I think I had a big enough lead.
Well, that makes sense. We didn't, I mean, it looked like with everybody suddenly diving in, normally fuel's not an issue with these cars, but it got a little spicy out there tonight.
Yeah, the set builder, me, forgot to put enough gas in the car, and whoops.
Yeah.
So I noticed around lap 50, it was like, hey, you got 50 laps to go, and I'm like, or you got 50 laps of gas. I'm like, we're not at lap 50 yet.
Well, you still managed to come up, pull off the win. A great run tonight, buddy.
Yes, thank you.
And it does look like we have got second place Mo Perry. Mo, that was quite a finish, and I have to say, quite a charge.
Yeah, I don't really know how I ended up with that much speed relative to the remaining cars on the lead lap. I did get a bit of damage in the one wreck that we had, so I thought that was gonna end up ruining my race, but hey, took a little bit of fuel at the very beginning, so I was really hoping for it to go green at the end.
It almost worked
home
out
race
in your
for me.
favor.
Did the 99 have enough fuel to make it to the end?
He said he did, but no, let me rephrase. He said he cannot confirm nor deny.
I'm not happy now, because I was certainly good. I had like 3 laps, and could have been a win, but home track race for me, because live about 45 minutes from the track, so hey, good place to get a good finish.
Well, it definitely was, man. A great run tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, Kyle McRecken-Martin back in victory lane. It's been a while, although not a big surprise. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll likely have an announcement about what's being raced tomorrow night very soon. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you all have a great night.